Is dropshipping allowed on Amazon? Is dropshipping legal or illegal? I get this question a lot, and I'm going to answer that in this video. Hey guys, it's Naeem Jutt, and hopefully by the end of the video you have a much better understanding of what is allowed or legal or illegal, and we clarify that confusion. So let's first start with understanding what's the difference between legality and what is allowed or not allowed. So when it comes to the legality of things, because a lot of people worry about, hey, I'm going to start drop shipping and, can I go to jail, or am I going to be fined or get a ticket or something? And so first of all, we need to put that to rest, because as far as the legality is concerned, there is no statute, there's no rule when it comes to the federal or state or municipal or any rule at all in any kind of official capacity that concerns itself with the legality of drop shipping. That's certainly not, it's just not in the books. And actually, a great drop shipper by the name of Paul Lipsky, he actually did a video on this, and he did a great job explaining this. Essentially, it's not a question of legality or not. It's really a question of the terms of service and what Amazon specifically allows. Now, let's look at a few other platforms first. So if you look at eBay, for example, and you look at the terms of service for eBay, eBay does allow drop shipping. They pretty clearly spell it out. If you look at Shopify, for example, Shopify almost encourages you to do it, because Shopify is it's a drop shipping model. You build a store and then, they want you to ship out the products, whether you're shipping it out yourself or you're shipping it from a Chinese supplier. They don't really care. They pretty much spell it out. Drop shipping is allowed. There's a lot of do-it-yourself platforms like Etsy, for example, other marketplaces where you're fulfilling it or you're using a third-party seller. These are all different forms of drop shipping. Large companies, really huge multi-billion-dollar companies do drop shipping. Wayfair, Walmart, Amazon, a lot of these giant retailers, giant online e-commerce shops, they essentially do drop shipping when they tell their customer or their business partner, their supplier, to ship the product to the customer. And in one sense, that's exactly what we're doing when we are buying from Walmart and shipping it to the customer. The big difference, however, and this is really, really important, is that we are buying from a retailer, right? And Walmart is not a wholesaler. Walmart is a retailer. And that's where the distinction is. We are purchasing from a retailer and we're shipping it to a customer. That's the point that people get confused about. Now, Amazon specifically does say on their website, according to their terms of service, that shipping from a retailer is not allowed. Now, let me repeat that, just because I really want this to be clear. They do spell out that you should not be ordering from a retailer and shipping it to the customer. All right, having said that, now why do we do it, or how do we get around that? Here's the bottom line. Amazon is probably the smartest company when it comes to big data. And to think that millions of people are drop shipping, millions of sellers are drop shipping, and Amazon doesn't know it, would be quite gullible. Amazon definitely knows that we drop ship, along with millions of other people who do drop shipping. They just choose to, at this point, ignore it, kind of leave it in the gray area. And at the end of the day, guys, it comes down to a personal decision. Now, we've done over $50 million, and we're very comfortable to continue to drop ship and grow that and scale it. We've never had any issues when it comes to that. Yes, we have gotten a few warnings saying, hey, you shouldn't be doing drop shipping, in which case it's kind of like a slap on the wrist, and we promise not to do it again, but we continue to do it. Amazon enforces, what they want, and they will leave some leeway for things that they're okay with. And in this case, when you talk to the big drop shipper out there, the guys who are doing millions of dollars like us, most of them will tell you they've never really ran into this issue. Having said all that, that's a personal decision. And I want to reiterate that you need to decide for yourself what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. But just to clarify and summarize over here, It's not a question of legality. You're not going to be fined for drop shipping. It's basically one company's statement and it's their terms of service. A lot of other platforms allow it. Amazon does on the books say that you can drop ship, but you should be fulfilling that order yourself or via a third party. You should not be using a retailer. We continue to do it and we're perfectly comfortable with it. We observe and we see that Amazon tends to be fairly gray about it. They know about it, but they're not doing anything about it, which at the end of the day, we believe that they're perfectly fine with it. Now, that doesn't say they may change their mind tomorrow. And if they do, we'll stop drop shipping on Amazon and we'll move on to the next platform. There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of platforms out there. So hopefully you got a little better clarity on what's allowed, what's legal, what's not, and you choose for yourself what you're most comfortable with and then go from there. All right, guys, give me some likes, give me some love, do some subscriptions on this channel, share this with your friends and family, and I will see you in the next video. Go sell something.